Let's start this week off at Beasley. Mark finding a 3S opportunity with where we're storing some of this oversized material. Here's a couple befores. Here's the after. This makes a whole lot more room for lineal trim, which eliminates a ton of transportation waste. Thank you, Mark. I really like this one from Gentry and Beasley Production. So came up with the idea to use this cart for stocking hinges when you're working at the Eagle. So instead of having to walk back and forth whenever you need to refill your supply or change colors, walk back and forth to this bin, you notice some transportation waste there. It's like, what if we just create a mobile cart that's literally right with you, right where you're working? So all you got to do is turn around and grab to restock anything instead of having to take those few steps. This is seeing waste at a granular level. Gentry, you're awesome. The duo of Mike and Mike with some 3S in Beasley shipping office. There's some before needing a little love. They moved the desk right next to each other, and they also moved this printer. So again, there's no transportation waste. The printer's right there where the work is happening. Great improvement, guys. I like this one from Ashley and Beasley Production. So I'm in Japan this week, and one of the things that's continually stressed is quality first. Quality first, quality first. So Ashley saw an opportunity. The shelf was deflecting, so she added a support to keep that from happening. Guys, we're a lumber yard. We can't have shelves deflecting. That's a problem. But I love that she just saw something that wasn't up to our quality standards. Way to go, Ashley. Great improvement. Another improvement from the logistics team at Beasley. Michael's showing us the credit process is now to radio the warehouse anytime a credit comes back before it comes off the truck, which I love this one-piece flow. You immediately call the people who are going to get the work done. But instead of having to walk in this office and walk around this corner and lean over and grab that radio, now they moved it to it's right inside the door, eliminating some transportation waste. Great job, guys. And I love the new credit process. It's a big deal. Money loves speed, and this gets our customers served quickly and accurately. Way to go. Corey and Beasley Productions saw an opportunity to standardize. So these are the bars that set the hinge placement on the Magnum. He saw an opportunity to adjust and add so that all of our standards are upheld quality at the highest level. Way to go, Corey. Such a cool one from Chandler in IT. So he added a column that shows the line status of individual lines on a PO right there. And this prevents over-processing, so no longer having to click in and open the PO to find out the status of an individual line. You've got the answer right there where the question is. This is really cool, Chandler. Thank you. So this one is such a big deal. So the available special order inventory is a list of special orders, thing that we ordered for a specific reason that no longer have a home. So they're no longer tied to a sales order. It's dollars we've spent that are now just sitting dead in the warehouse. And Chandler and Yesh and the team came up with filters for that, so you can filter by product group to make it easier on the coordinators to find stock that fits their customer need on an order they're working on. So in this example, Sophia needed some glass, some JELD-WEN glass, and she used that to find it. She trust but verified that it has a WMS location when it was received, so she's got confidence that she can grab that and use it for an order. This is such a big deal, eliminates a ton of waste. Sophia, thanks for showing us, thanks for using it. This improvement makes us so much better. Thank you. Colin on the Tiger team is such an incredible lean thinker. Here is one where he was cutting down old air hose in Cecil Center. So Cecil Center used to be the truss plant, and then it was the millwork shop before we moved the truss plant to Murfreesboro and the millwork shop to Beasley. So now we're just using that as warehouse space. And to improve it for warehouse space, Colin has been cutting out this old air hose piping that's been in the ceiling so that we can go more vertical with everything. We don't have any obstructions. And he built this little wooden trough. It's a lean improvement while he was doing that project. So not only does it make it safer, nothing's getting dropped from the ceiling while he's working on the boom lift, but it also just makes his job so much easier. Colin, this is really cool. So the casting functions to some of the TVs have been intermittently causing problems in morning meetings, in meetings with vendors or customers where it's just not working or quits working. And so we needed to fix that, stop and fix. We got this wireless HDMI adapter. Jonathan showed us how to use it here. This should fix all of those problems so we never have that defect in a morning meeting or otherwise. Thank you, Stags. Over to the truss plant. So Josue in truss stacking created a new spot to stock the nails. So they were just sitting on that shelf right there. He created this shelf, and I really like that they put it at an angle, so those always are going to come to the front towards you to make it easy. Way to go, Josue. Michael in panels, eliminating some motion waste with the gun holster area at the component station. So before it was on the side, and it would get in the way when you're walking in and out of the station. You're grabbing material, it was kind of in your way, and there was a little more motion. You had to stretch to reach it, so they put it right there in the table. I like it, Michael. Diane making her life easier when picking 2x4 plates. So 2x4 plates are a super high volume item for the plant, and we used to just set boxes of those over at the build tables, but we never want to slow the builders down. And if any of you have ever tried to grab 2x4 plates that are jumbled up in a cardboard box, it's a mess. So first improvement we had made was just these little drawers. Made it easier to grab the quantity that you need, but she was just carrying those on the green cart, and that was a little bit of a struggle. So created this rolling cart that you can just roll to the table. Makes her life a whole lot easier in transporting those high volume items in a way that makes it easy for the tables. Really love this improvement. Karen showing us an improvement she made at the splicing station and floors. So standard location for markers, pencils, and tape measure. This is something that's spread all over the plant at this point. I know we've done it at the build table in floors. Brenda's showing us here that she did it to the chop saw station at table 1. So we should always have all the tools that we need right there easily at hand. So thank you, Brenda and Karen and team, for these improvements. Corey with a safety improvement, as well as just eliminating a bunch of struggle. So welded these uprights to the end of the rails that we stock in material for line 3 for the second interior line. He created a defect where he was stocking stuff in and knocked some boards off the back end. Super annoying if you've ever dumped a bundle. Nobody likes to do that. So fix what bugs you. Great improvement, Corey. Design jumping in on the action. Thank you, Dell, for this one. So Lena's the art of subtraction. Dell found out that there was functionality inside the software where he was using 2 different tools to get a dimension that he needed for line loading, and he can actually do that just inside of one. Love that. And Dwayne saw that and jumped on and showed some additional functionality that just makes all of that easier to see. Instead of having to look down at the bottom of the screen, it shows you right there where you're working. I love this, guys. This is why we're doing this. We want to share knowledge and good ideas across departments and within departments. Makes us all better where we're communicating on what good improvements are. Dwayne, Dell, thank you. Jumping over to the yards, John in Murfreesboro showing us some 3S in the OSB sheds. It's important that we 3S every day so we always know where everything is. Nobody's waiting. We're not having to shuffle material around. And it just shows that we care about what we do. We treat our workspace and our product with care. Thank you, John, for this 3S. Great improvement from Brandon on the Murfreesboro yard. So he moved his tool pouch from behind his seat to right there in front of him below his steering wheel, eliminating a ton of wasted motion and struggle. Great improvement, Brandon. Colin on the Tiger team built this box, and what's this box for? So if bags of concrete get damaged, typically those have just been thrown away. Now we've got a spot to dump that we can use around facilities. We don't lose that product. We can put it to good use where we need it, no longer literally wasting material created from a defect. This is awesome, Colin. Thank you. Almost forgot this one from Abigail in the plant. So at the linear saws, we stock in units of material on these tables, and one of them had seen some years of use and she saw it as a safety concern, so we built some new ones. Thank you for bringing that up, Abigail. They look really good. Thank you, Omar and team, for getting them built. Great improvement. And Francisco Sr. in stairs, just absolutely nailing it with this one. So remember, lean is about quality, and we want to build quality into the process. Here's the before where he's stapling stairs just by hand right there, and it leaves room for defects. We want those staples in the exact same spot every time. He built this little jig where he can just set the gun up on it. The staples are in the exact correct location every time, building quality into the process. I absolutely love it. Way to go, Francisco Sr. So team, like I said, I'm in Japan this week, and I just see quality and precision absolutely everywhere over here. They make the US look sloppy, but they actually learned that from the Americans, from Edward Deming coming over after World War II. He taught that if you start from quality, that everything else positive flows from there. Speed flows from there because you're not creating defects that then you have to over process. You create loyalty within your customers because you're giving them what they want at a super high quality that they don't have any issues. If we just start from quality, then everything else positive will flow. So let's keep that in mind. You guys are doing awesome. I'll see you next week.